Hello guys, as we have learned in the last class how to add the images, similarly today we are going to learn how to add videos as well as audios and Google Maps to the web pages, right? So now what we have learned something called img tag, with the help of which we can add the images, right? So now we have something here. See, we have some image inside the same folder. So when the files are present in the same folder, we go with something called dot slash notation. So I am going to select this command, okay, page. So save the page and go back to the browser. So here this is my page. When I reload the page, the woman's image is added. So already we have learned this in the last session. So today we are going to learn how to add the video files, how to add the audio files, how to add the Google Maps to the web page. So here we have one audio file, and here we have some video file. Okay, first we will see how to add audio file and video file. Later we will see how to add Google Maps to the web page. So now guys, there is a tag. See, similar to this image, if you want to image, we use image tag. So now I want to add audio file, so I am going to use audio tag. So if it is a image, to the src attribute we are going to assign image value. Yes or no? Image as value. But it is my audio tag. Now I should assign audio as value. So I have some audio called Ali Maula, which is present in same folder. So if it is present in same folder, I'll go with dot slash notation. Done. So now after I passing dot slash notation, I'll select that audio file. Yes or no? So now this is mp3. That means that is a audio file. Yes. So let me save this, okay, and go back to browser and reload the browser. See, I'm not getting any output here. Why? Means if it is an audio player or else a video player, guys, there should be, okay, some controls like play button, pause button, and volume button, minimize button, maximize button, like this. Some controls should be there. So it is not displaying because we don't have any controls now. So we have to remember, observe here guys, after assigning the audio file to the src attribute, there is one more mandatory attribute. The attribute name is what? Controls attribute, right? So the controls attribute is going to add the play button, pause button, volume button, okay, etc. So see, with the help of this control button only we can, okay, control the audio player. So if we don't pass this controls attribute to the audio tag, it will not provide any controls to our audio file. Then so let me save this, reload the page. See guys, after passing controls attribute, we are getting a audio player here. We can play this. See, click on this. See, audio file is playing here. Then and we can mute it. See, it's playing when I play here. Okay, when I play this, it's playing. Observe. As well as when I, okay, you can increase here. You can forward it. You can go backward, and you can pause it. You can resume it. So you can perform all the operations, okay, with the help of this controls attribute. Then if there is no control attributes, it will not work. Similarly guys, see, if I want to add video file, so I will use one something called hr tag, guys. So hr tag is nothing but it is going to provide one horizontal line on the web page. So hr means what? Horizontal line. So it is going to, see, provide one horizontal line on the web page, right? So similarly, so I want to add one video tag. So after this hr, I am going to type video here. Since it is a video tag, the src attribute should accept, okay, video file here. So we have one video file. The video file name is what? Sample.mp4. So let me add dot slash sample.mp4. So once I save this, observe the output here. What is the output we are getting here? See, we are getting some output here. Yes or no? So we are getting some output, one image we are getting. So here we are not getting any play button, pause button, okay, any volume button. Y means it is just displaying the image of that video. Y means we are not passing any controls attribute. As I explained, okay, the controls attribute is mandatory for audio as well as video tag. So Y means the control attributes is the one which is going to provide, okay, so the controls on the video file as well as audio file. So see, when you hover on it, it is only displaying what the control attribute is going to do. See, it is, if this attribute is present, the browser will offer controls to allow the user to control audio playback, including volume, seeking and pause, resume playback. So here we are not passing the controls attribute, that is why we are not getting any controls on this video file. So what we have to do, I'll go to this, I'll pass something called controls. So save this. Now go back to the browser and reload the page. See, once after passing, so I'm getting all the controls here. See, you can play this.
Welcome to this course on
So
type.
you can
Because you want to learn what this thing you're using. If you're
So
on
you
board
can,
because you want to dive,
forward it.
we are.
You can,
It's the thing which gives.
Okay, pause it. Then
Why are they
you can
useful? How do
resume
they
it.
work? Before
See, you can pause, you can
we
resume, you
dive
can
into
mute it, you can unmute it.
about some of the ES6
You can
features
maximize
TypeScript
the screen.
supports,
You can
and then dive
minimize
into
the screen.
classes, namespaces,
Okay,
and
so you
modules
can
to
do all the
modularize our
operations on this
application
video.
and use
So
the many
this is
benefits.
video as well as audio tag, guys. Then I hope everyone understood what is audio and video tag, guys. So now we will see how to add, okay, Google Maps, right? So guys, how to add, concentrate here. So save this. See, if you want to add Google Maps, just go to Google, open any tab, search for, okay, Google Maps, search for Google Maps. So there is no internet, so let me connect to the internet first. So okay guys, so now we connected to the internet here. So you search, okay, Google Maps in Google. Once you search, there is a Google, okay, www.google.com/maps. So go to the first link here, so click on that, okay. So okay guys, so once you search, so again I'll repeat, okay, when you go to any browser, search for Google Maps, okay, search for Google Maps, enter. So it's going to some page here. See, the first link, Google Maps, you should click here. So once you click on this, guys, it will open Google Map. See, it's opened Google Map, right? There is some option, right? Search Google Maps again. Once you click on the link, it will open this page. Again, you can search here. So I'll search for Brindavan College of Engineering, okay. So Bangalore main Brindavan College of Engineering, will search this. Done. So when I search Brindavan College of Engineering, it is going to, okay, display the Brindavan College of Engineering map. Yes, so it's displaying, see here. So along with that, see guys, there is okay, some options here. You go to this share button, okay, click on this share button. So you will get one pop-up box, okay, one window you will get. So there are two options again. Send a link, embed a map. So click on embed a map, okay. So here you are getting some sizes of the map: small, medium, large, custom. Custom means your, okay, you can give your size. So let me make this as large only, okay. So after providing this, see, after that also we can change the size, guys. So now once, okay, doing selecting the size, let me make this as medium only, guys. Then so here there is something called, okay, copy HTML option is there. Click on this copy HTML. So it's copied. So go to your source file, okay, go to your source file. Here you, okay, just paste this, okay, Google Maps here. Then so whatever we copied from this copy HTML, so just we have to paste inside, okay, our source file. So I pasted, guys. Done. So I pasted. So we don't require all these three things. So I'll remove this, guys. Okay, we don't require this. So now save this and go back to the browser. Okay, so here I will reload the page. So this is my web page, right? So I'm going to reload this. So if you observe, it is going to add a Google map here. Yes or no? Sir, I want the full width, sir. Okay, I want the full width. There is an attribute, okay, width attribute. So what you do, go to this, pass 100%. So what it will do, it is going to occupy the 100% width of this screen. So let me save this program first. So I'll save the program and then reload the page. See, now it is occupying 100, okay, percent width of this screen. So see, this is Brindavan College location. So like this you can add the Google Maps to your web pages. So this is my web page. I added the location or map of Brindavan College of Engineering. So how to add this, which tag they are using, guys? So they are using something called iframe tag, guys. So iframe tag, why we use this? To add Google Maps. Yes, and one more person, just you can say to add, okay, nested pages. Nested pages means what? Okay, web page inside another web page. Done. So just you can say web page inside another web page is known as nested web page. So consider like this. So I will create, okay, so we have something called srh.html file here. So this is one web page, right? So I want to add on index.html. So what I do, I will create one HR tag. Okay, after this I will create something called iframe tag. So see, it is not required this frame border. So here, guys, I will assign, okay, just you observe here, when I pass iframe, so it is going to create one frame on our page. So see, it is creating one frame here, small frame. Yes or no? So now inside this, guys, inside this, okay, I will pass here something called dot slash srh.html. So srh is my another web page. So inside this frame, srh website will be, okay, placed. So observe here. See, srh sunrises. This is another web page, guys. So why we use iframe tag? We use iframe tag for two purposes: to add Google Maps and to add nested web pages. Nested web pages means what? Another web page I am adding inside my page. So this is actually index.html. Okay, this is actually what? Index.html, but I am adding here, okay, adding one more web page which is my, okay, srh.html, guys. So this is the concept of iframe here, why we use to add Google Maps and to add nested web pages. I hope everyone understood. Please go through this once. Okay, guys, so now we will move to the next concept called HTML list. So what is HTML list, guys? So list is nothing but, guys, it is used to group the data, group the HTML elements or HTML tags. For example, consider, so whenever we are going for shopping, so we will prepare one list, for example like this. Okay, I want to purchase something called, I want to purchase mobile phone. Okay, so then I want to purchase something called bag. Okay, laptop bag. So what is happening, I will create one list here. So we can create list in two ways. See, we can create with 1 2 like this, 1 2 3 4 5 like this. We can maintain the order, or else we can directly use like this. Okay, asterisk, we can use star, okay, star mobile, so then star, okay, laptop, like this also we can create. So when you observe for previous one, we were maintaining the order. Order means what? 1 2 3 4 like this. Then similarly here we are not maintaining the order. Then why means here we are just passing asterisk. Similarly, guys, in HTML also we have some 3 types of list. Okay, so 3 types of list. First one is ordered list. Okay, we'll see here, concentrate. So we have something called Okay, so concentrate here. We have three types of list, guys. Done. So we have HTML lists are used to arrange the HTML elements in a list format. So it provides three types of list: ordered list, which is indicated by OL; unordered list, okay, so we can also call it as numbered list. Why means we have 1 2 3 4. So unordered list also called as bulleted list. Why means we don't have any numbers over there, so indicated by UL. Something called description list. Description list means what? DL. Okay, so not required here, but still I'll teach this, guys. So the li tag is used inside ordered list and unordered list. So this tag we use inside, okay, li tag we use inside both in unordered list as well as ordered list. So li tag defines a list item. Li means what? List item. And these are the attributes later you can see. So let me go to my source file here. So observe here how to create. First we will see something called ordered list. OL I'll pass. Done. So inside this I'll pass li. So guys, I want to create 5 li tags. So what I do, I use into 5. Okay, I want to create 5 li tags. So I am going to make this as into 5. So into 2, into 3, whatever you want you can pass. That much of time it will create the tag. So now I will pass something called here Java. Okay, I will pass here something called JavaScript. Done. So next I will pass here something called HTML. Okay, I'll pass here HTML, then CSS, then here I'll pass Angular. So now I'll pass something called Bootstrap here. Okay, so I'll pass something called Boots. Now save this, guys. Save this and go back to browser. Okay, so reload the page. See, concentrate here. So it is creating, okay, one list here. So we added the list items with the help of li tag, and it is having numbers 1 2 3 4 5. That means it is maintaining one proper order here, right? Sir, I don't want, okay, this 1 2 3, sir. I want to start, okay, with ABCD. So you can go with type attribute, guys. Done. So by default type is going to accept 1. By default it is 1 only. If you don't pass also, the list will start with 1. Now guys, I want to start this list with a lowercase a. So just I'll change it to lowercase a. So now the list will be starting with lowercase a. So if you want to observe here, so the list is starting with what? Lowercase a. Next, guys, so I want to start my list with uppercase a. Just change this, okay, and make this as uppercase a. Save this, go back to browser, reload the page. The list is starting with what? Uppercase a. Sir, I don't want to start with, okay, uppercase or lowercase or numbers. I want to start with Roman numbers, sir. So you can pass I here, lowercase I. So lowercase I stands for what? Lower Roman numbers. See, it's starting with lower Roman numbers. Similarly, guys, okay, if you want to start with upper Roman numbers, just you should pass something called, okay, uppercase I, and you click on this. So it's starting with uppercase I, guys. So this is ordered list. So now one more thing I want to, okay, let me copy this, guys. Let me copy this. So I'll pass here. So here I'll make this as type is equal to 1. So it will be starting with 1. So if you observe, see, the second list is starting with 1. So I don't want to start with 1, guys. I want to start with okay, 11. So what you have to do, concentrate here. If you want to start this list with 11, so there is an attribute called start attribute. So I will pass start 11. So now what will happen? This will be going to start from 11, guys. So see, the list is going to start with 11. So what we have to use here? We have to use start attribute. Similarly, if I want to start my list with uppercase M, okay, so what I do here, I will pass uppercase A. So here, guys, we should not pass uppercase M. So it will not work, guys. So it will not work. Observe here, it's not starting with uppercase M. Why? Means if you observe here, it is going to accept only integer type of values. Okay, the start attribute is going to accept only integer type of values. So M means what? If you count A is 1, B 2, C 3, okay, like this, we'll get 13 as a okay number for m. So when you pass 13, so what will happen, it is going to start with m, guys. So this is about okay ordered list, guys. Then similarly, sir, we will see okay unordered list, sir. So here I will provide okay on HR tag, just I am creating one line here. So next I will use something called UL. So UL means nothing but unordered list, guys. So now here what I do, so let me pass li into 5. So li into 5 when I pass here, so similarly okay let me copy the both thing only, guys. Okay, so the same thing I'll copy here. So now consider it is my unordered list. So save this, go back to the browser, reload the page. So observe here, guys, as we have seen the definition, we also call it as what, bulleted list. So it is getting bullets here, it's not maintaining any order. Order means what, see, there should be a sequence, order 11 12, this is, there is an order, m n o, order is there. So here there is no order, just dot 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 bullets will be there. Okay, so by default it is displaying dot, this dot we call it as disk, guys. So if I want to change this dot okay disk to okay, so observe here I will pass something called type. So it will type attribute. So when I pass type is equal to disk, this is the default one, no changes will be there to our program, guys, no changes will be there. Then so now I'll pass something called square here. So when we pass square, okay, it will be in the form of square, this disk will be converted to the squares. Okay, so see here the disk are converted to the squares. Similarly, guys, okay, I'll pass here something called circle. Okay, so we have only 3 values, don't try other values, so it will be converted as circle. Done. So sir, I don't want anything, sir, I want some other icons. Okay, we can add, but not here, guys. In CSS we can learn. So this is about unordered list. Yeah. So similarly, guys, we have something called definition list. Okay, we have something called definition list. So let me pass HR tag. So how to use definition link, DL tag. Yes, so DL tag is there. Inside DL tag we have one more tag called DT. DT means, guys, definition term. I will pass here Java script. Okay, I'll pass here JavaScript. So after that I have something called definition data. Okay, so definition data I will pass here JavaScript is a good client and server side programming language. Okay, so save this. So what is going to happen here, guys? So this is the term, right? So after this definition term, so I will show you the output, you will understand okay what is going to happen here. So let me reload the page. See what is happening here, guys. See, this is JavaScript is my definition term. So from the definition term, in the next line when we add definition data, it leaves one tab space here. So it leaves what? One tab space. Okay, so definition list why we use, just to provide some tab space, okay, for the definition. So we use here okay definition list. So it is indicating the term and it is the definition data. So this is about HTML list, guys. Okay, so please go through this once. I have executed all the stuff, and so please go through this file also. Then so I hope everyone understood the list, guys. So we will move to the next concept called tables. So we will see how to create the tables on the web pages, right? So guys, first if you want to create the tables on the web pages, we go with something called table tag. Okay, so this table tag is going to give a structure to our table. So inside table, so table means what, guys? It is a collection of rows and columns, right? So the table should contain rows as well as columns. So what I do here, so we have used table tag here. So inside this table tag we have to use some tag called tr. So tr is nothing but table row, guys. So we are creating, okay, row here. So if it is a row means we have to create the columns inside this row. So to create the columns we use something called th. So th stands for table heading. So th stands for what? Table heading. So now here, so I will create, okay, th1, one column I created. So I'll pass here something called name, guys. Okay, similarly I want to create 4 columns, so I'll go for th into 4. So it is creating 4 columns here. So I'll pass name, then usn, then I'll pass something called department. So then I'll pass something called age of the student, then I'll pass something called gender of the student. Done. So now if I save this, guys, okay, if I save this, you observe here. So reload the page, we are getting some numbers, but it is not looking like table. So we'll see later, guys. So now let me add one more row, guys. So how to add the rows? With the help of tr tag. Done. So I added one more row. So inside that row I want to add columns. So 5 columns I want to add. So now I will add the columns with the help of, see, I'm adding 5 columns with the help of which tag? td tag. Done. So we can create the columns with the help of th as well as td, where th means table heading, td means table data. So now what I do here, I'll add the name of the student. For example, I'll add my name. Okay, so I'll add my name as Syed Imran. Okay, so next I'll add my usn as a 432 from number. So I'll add my department as csc, and I'm going to add my age as 29. So and my gender is, okay, male. Done. So now let me save this, guys. Save this, guys. Go back and reload the page. See, we have added, okay, one more row here. So but it is not looking like table, guys. So what I should do, guys? So y means the table, okay, what we have created here, by default it is not having any border. So we have to apply the borders to the table. So we use something called border attribute to apply that, okay, border to the table, so that it looks like a table. See, it's looking like table now. Yes. So now let me add some more rows, guys. Let me add some more rows. So I will add, okay, one row here, tr. Inside this I'll add td into 5. So I'll pass the name, okay, the name I'll add as dinga. Okay, the name is dinga. Dinga is of usn is 420. Then I'll pass the department as ISC. Then I'll pass the dinga's age is 24, and dinga is male. Similarly, let me add one more row, guys. So let me add one more row here. So tr. So td into 5 I'll pass. So I'll add Raja. So Raja's usn is some number. So I'll pass Raja from mechanical. So here I'll pass the age as 28 or 27. So Raja's gender is male. So let me add one more column, one more row here, tr. So I'll create 5 columns inside this, td into 5. The first column, okay, name I should pass. I'll pass Sheila as the name of the student. So Sheila is having some usn number. So Sheila is from ECE. Then Sheila's age is 22, and Sheila is a female. So just I added some rows. Save this and reload the page. Observe here we created as, okay, one good table here, right? So just observe the table, guys, here. So guys, we added, okay, we added some 5 rows here. So now we added the columns with the help of 2 tags here, right? So we added with the help of td as well as th. Yes or no? We added the columns with the help of th as well as td. So td means what? Table data. Th means what? Table heading. So now if you observe here the difference between td and th. See, this is my th. This is my heading, guys, table heading. So if you observe this, this is bold. Okay, the columns which you create with the help of th tag. Th means table heading. By default, okay, it is bold. See, td by default it is one normal text. Then and th data, it is centered to the cell. Centered means what? See, it is okay, leaving some space left side, right side, equal space, okay, left side as well as right side, and leaving some space from left side as well as right side. That means it is centered to the cell where our, okay, this normal data, okay, table data, TD, okay, the columns which we added with the help of TD, it's normal text and it is left aligned, where TH is what? Centered to the cell, and it is by default bold. So if you observe this, guys, okay, if you observe this, observe here, now the data is stored in the form of what? Rows and columns. Yes or no? So but actually it's not rows and columns, it is stored in the small cells. See, if you observe here, there are some cells. See, the table is stored in the form of what? Small cells. So by default, okay, the table is collection of cells in HTML, right? So these are small cells here. Now, and there is some space, okay, a little bit of space between the cells here. See, there are some space between the cells, right? So I want to increase that space, okay, between the cells. So I'll go for some attribute here, cell, okay, spacing. So I use one attribute called cell spacing. I'll pass 10 pixel of value, so it is going to, okay, increase some space between the cells. See, it's increasing the space between the cells. So cell spacing, why we use? To increase the space between the cells. Similarly, guys, if you observe, see, this is my content, okay, of the cell, and it is having some border, right? And there is some space between this content, okay, and this border. See, there is a white space, yes or no? So there is a white space, okay, surrounded with the content, okay, the space between the content and this border, yes or no? This is a white space. This is my CSC is my content, and there is a white space between the content and the border. So if I want to increase the space between the content and the border, I'll go for cell padding. Then, so cell padding I'll pass is equal to some 10 px. So it is going to provide 10 px of space between the content as well as, okay, and the border of the cell. See, now it is providing some space between the content and this border of the cell. So cell padding means what? The space between the content and border of the cell, whereas cell spacing means what? Space between the cells, right? Similarly, as I explained, by default the data will be stored in the form of what? Cells here. So I want to convert it to rows and columns, okay? So if you want to convert this table to be in the form of rows and columns, we have some attribute called rules attribute. So rules is equal to, if I pass all, okay, so or else if I pass rows first, okay, if I pass rules is equal to rows, it is going to divide only rows. See, it is representing the table in the form of rows. See, it's dividing the rows. So if I make this as calls, okay, if I make this as calls, it is going to represent the table in the form of columns. See, it is dividing the columns here, right? Similarly, okay, if I pass here all, so it is going to represent the table in the form of both rows and columns. Now if you observe here, now the table is in the form of rows and columns, not in the form of cells. So which attribute we use here? We use something called rules attribute to represent the table in the form of rows and columns. If you pass rules is equal to rows, it is going to represent the table in the form of rows. If you pass rules is equal to calls, it is going to represent the table in the form of columns. If you pass all, it is going to represent the table in the form of both rows and columns, right? So guys, as I told, table is not having a border. See, if I remove this border attribute, so there will not be a border to the table. See, just it is dividing rows and columns, right? So if you want, we have to add which attribute here? Border attribute, right? So guys, if you observe here, the color of this cell spacing attribute, cell padding and rules is in red color, but the border attribute color is what? Brown color. So the color is different from other attributes. So guys, why means the border attribute is not present in HTML5, they have removed from HTML5, okay? So some of the tags and some of the attributes they have removed from HTML5, right? So the tags and the attributes which is removed from HTML5, we call it as deprecated attributes or deprecated tags, right? Similarly, this border attribute they have removed from HTML5. We should not use this border attribute. Okay, so we have to use, okay, some CSS border property. So remember the tags and attributes which is removed from HTML5, okay, we call it as deprecated attributes. We should not use this attributes or tags in our code. So now sir, if we see why I used here, if you think sir why you have used, see I used only for your understanding purpose. Okay, instead of this border attribute we use something called CSS border property. So we don't know CSS till now, so I used the deprecated one only. Done. So just for your understanding purpose, so when I go to CSS, okay, from that time you stop using this attribute, start using, okay, your border property, CSS property. Done. So this is all about HTML tables, guys, how to create a table. So there are some more attributes, okay, belongs to the table. So we will learn about these attributes in tomorrow's session. So till now keep practicing, guys. So thank you, bye bye.